Hi, him. How's it going? Good to see you again. How you doing? Last stream, I didn't stream last night, but on the last stream that I did stream, I did some garden stuff. We made a turnip and a carrot platform. I don't know if you were there for that or not. But it just looks like this. I got a big turnip platform, and we have this like little dock thing and a little carrot platform. And now from today, I decided a little bit earlier that I'd like to get something playable out by Christmas, just like a fun little toy, like almost like a mini game, like not even a demo, just like a small sample of what it's like to play. So I worked on this. This is a snow block. And yeah, exactly, turnip house. You got the idea. And the snow respawns, but you can go over it and pull it up, and then you get a snowball, so you can have snowball fights with people. But the snowballs aren't persistent items. You can just drop them and they break. Okay. Oop. They just break out. So I thought that'd be fun to have like a Christmas themed, like design your own Christmas village for the holidays coming up. So I'm exploring winter things. I'd like some snowfall. I would like, actually, why don't we just lay that stuff out of what we want, right? So snow, and this will be a weather effect. This will be part of the Merry Pack. I need a couple of platforms. You know what? Why don't we do Mary? We'll do present 1, present 2, present 3, and these will all be platforms. So we have a snow block. Item will be snowball. That's done. We need a candy cane item, which I've already sprited. We'll also have a background layer. Mary, this will be called pine tree line. So that's what we'll be working on today. Let's add in that candy cane because that won't take long at all. I have this smaller one, which I think looks better than the bigger one, but I think the larger one would look better in game. Let's see. Actually, let's also lay this down like that. Snowman is planned. Yeah, I would love to have a snowball fight with the snowman. I don't know if I'll get like building mechanics down for one, but I think that's also possible for what I would like to do. Items dot candy cane equals new item candy cane SBR candy cane. The frog bush is still in there, but I think that's all I got to do for the candy cane. I think it automatically, yeah, see? I think that's a good size for it. It's amazing that, at least in my opinion, just with a few different, like a holiday items just between like the snowy tree, the snowy block, and the candy cane, like suddenly it looks very Christmas to me. It's pretty interesting. To do some stuff with the ornaments too. All right, let's finish this tree line. We'll call candy cane done because that's implemented in. We'll have you do something with it, like maybe you give candy cane to the snowman or something. I don't know. Okay. Now I want the tree line. It could be kind of staggered like this. It'd be nice if like you could tell the shape of them. I'm gonna get these nice little like zigzag shapes between them. Ooh, look at that. Look at that nice like zigzaggy shape here that it makes. Game's coming along nicely. Thank you very much. That's nice of you to say. I just want it to be fun. I want people to enjoy themselves. I want to build a community. I want to have fun games. I guess for this, we can bring it down a little bit, but how can we preserve that zigzag? I think that's good in there. This, and then check this out. Then we can paste in the gray on the bottom, and now we've got a really nice like tree line background here. I can even make it a little bit taller. I think would be good. Backgrounds. BG pine tree.png. So right now I have this like tall tree, or even the bushes. I gotta get rid of that bushes thing, I think. It almost looks like clouds. So for close, BG pine tree. That I don't know if that'll look good in game. Let's see what the day-night cycle does to the purple. I mean, that looks all right. It's like too saturated. Okay, watch this. Actually, I don't know if we can turn the saturation down on that. Like make it a Let's make it white. And the reason why we want to make things white is because we can change it to whatever color we want. And I think a pale purple would be super cool for that, but because it contrasts with the green. I'm not sure we'll be able to get there though. It's way too saturated. Might have to be a green, which is I don't want it to be, and desaturate it a bit. And this layer needs to be even lighter. This goes farther in the distance like that. I think that's probably a better adjustment. Because in the yellow clouds, give a nice contrast, like that's way better. I think I need to move them all up too to get credit for them. So we'll take the clouds layer and we'll do like minus 32. The fire layer, also minus 32. Oops. And the close layer can probably stay at 0. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, now look, we're getting a lot more credit for like this beautiful mountainous background, and so it looks a lot more like you're in this like winter village in the middle of the woods. That's exactly what I want. No. Another thing that I need is, right now the ground is grass. If I want it to be this like snowy material, do I just want to turn it white? Like, does that look enough like snowy grass? How long have I been live streaming on YouTube? Today? Just for like 20 minutes. You got there at the beginning, but like in general, not long at all. I did it really casually, just a couple times. I was streaming on Twitch quite a bit many years ago, off and on. I'm affiliated on Twitch, but haven't really spent any time doing it much on YouTube. But I really like YouTube. I'd like to grow it. Hey Sandvich, how's it going? Good to see you. Decided that I would love to get a demo out before Christmas. Not necessarily a demo of the whole game, just like a little fun mini game using the mechanics. Just get it in everybody's hands, get some feedback. I think a fun way to do that would be to build a winter level and to have like build your own little Christmas village type thing. So kind of working out some of the mechanics. I changed the grass to white so it looks like a light snow cover. These are actually snowy blocks, so you could like pick them up and a snowball comes off of them. You can throw the snowball at people and it'll crush on demand. And there's like a chance that the snow will go, appear back on top. The last thing I want to do, or the next thing I want to do rather, is 16 by 16. I think I just want to have this SPR particle snow snowfall.png. Put in the weather. And then here we'll have a little weather thing, and we'll call this snow. Oops. Snow. Wind-blown particles. The sprite will be this. I didn't add it yet. The snow, it can be that for now. Won't draw tail. There's no chance for a tail. I don't want a tail on the snow. I don't think I want blowers. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Wind force. The Y. Gravity is 300. Let's see even just like what this looks like. It's not going to be right at all, but... Oh, that's not horrible, except the wind going in different directions. Right? That's not horrible. Let's move the snow layer up just underneath the UI. Kind of interesting, though. I gotta change. What's distracting me is the snow that's falling from the sky is also has that blue ring around it. So let's change that out. SPR, particles, snowfall. I do like how the little bit of blowing it like makes the wind, it makes it look like there's wind and like the snow is light enough to move on that wind, but I think the effect is too strong. All right, let's see how this looks with just white particles. Yeah, see, that's way cleaner. Sometimes the wind like blows left and right. I don't know if that's correct. It's looking a little like a blizzard, but I mean, the world certainly looks cozy and snowy, right? It's like ultimate cozy. And I love how quickly this came together. Super cool. Should I add a lighting is going to be, I don't know if that's in scope, but I would like to do lighting as well. Then we got some of these. Came up super quick. I'm going to call the snow effect done. And the pine tree line is done. I guess now we'll do present platform 1, 2, and 3. So one present. We'll do them also in these sizes. Be consistent. I also need like a snow block icon. I guess I don't need that right now, but I'll need that soon. All right, so for the present platform, you'd have like all of this. Should we do like a green present and a red present and maybe like a gold present or something? That we'll have a small one, then go green. And then here we'll do, what's the rule for shadows? I think it's 2. across, and for here we'll highlight this. We'll get like this color. We'll just keep it real simple. And then we'll do the bow. Oh, how should the bow on top of the present look? Present bow. Art. You know what's I like looking up vector art because see it shows like the smallest amount of representation you can have. So it looks like it's just kind of do like a solid bow. So I think we're gonna do it again. I'm gonna take my own advice here and go break it down into smaller shapes. So we have like the main part of the bow. I'll fix this in a minute, but we'll do maybe the triangle. You know what I mean? Like we'll have like a shape like this. Just paste it out. Doesn't look quite right. Maybe we cut off the top, this, and then extend it out. And then we can even bring everything in like 2. It's looking kind of Bowie to me. David Bowie. It's a decent start, I think. Should this be 2 pixels wide, like that? Right, yeah, I think it's looking okay. It's sometimes I forget you just gotta kinda to mess with it a little bit. That maybe. I still don't like how this part like I'll do this for now. That looks fine to me. And then I will copy it and flip it. So how many? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, and then for this, I'll drag it down 2 more. It's too bright, but does it look kind of better as like saturated because it's in the background? Maybe. I think that fits. because it's a platform, but it's still kind of in the background. Do I need to make this like a dark red? Almost like a pink present. That red is awfully vibrant, so I'm not sure if the full present should be quite that dark. Maybe that looks good. And then we'll change the green. Something like that. This needs to change. I guess what we do here then is switch the bows. Oh, you know what? That kind of looks kind of good. Nope, that's too washed. Fine. Let's stick with this for a moment. And play with it. SPR present platform 1. SPR present platform 2. You know what I don't do that I probably should is have a directory open here. What advice would you give to someone just starting game dev? I'm glad you asked that question because it's a common thing that people make very long YouTube videos about. And the answer is really simple. It's just not as glamorous as people want it to be. And the answer is start extremely small and then go even smaller than that. Like, some people that start game dev have some big ambitions to create their dream game that, like, they forget to prove the skills and build it. Right? You got to make sure that your skills match your your skills match the size of your dreams in order to create the things that you really want to create. Like, imagine learning how to draw for the first time at just a couple years old and like expecting to create these amazing portraits or still lives, and like, my toddler's got to draw thousands of really crappy pictures before they get decent at drawing for real, right? So create things to completion every time. Don't create a little engine full of boxes and say, oh, it's fun, I should add a wall jump. Oh, this is cool, let's do a double jump. Like, go through everything. Complete your levels, do a title screen, put it in an app store, get feedback, like, finish everything entirely. And I promise you, like, even a game that's crazy small that has 1 or 2 objectives, the small arcadey shooter games, the space rocks and stuff like that, there's enough work outside of creating the game that are skills you need to learn. So don't think that making the game is the entire project. It's not. There's a lot more that goes into it. So, make sure you are finishing your projects every time. Start small. Take it one little tiny little bit of code at a time and have fun with it. Just start small. Promise me you'll start small and then you'll finish what you start. Extremely small. Very, very small. There are people who can make big projects the first time as their first projects and be successful with it. You are not one of those people. I don't mean you specifically. I mean the general you. Chances are you are not that person is what I mean. Don't risk it. Finish something. It's way more important. And no, it's just important that I stress, like, I did not say make something good. Just make something. Hey, Physics, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I'm wholesome. Yay! I just want good vibes all the time, you know? That's what I'm about. So, we've got this cool little engine here. And we were able to make this like snow level really, really quickly, all things considered. And I think we're gonna be way ahead of time on what we want to create. Very good vibes. That's what I'm talking about. You know, can I share why I like streaming a lot too? Is because you kind of have your, you know, I think in generally speaking, I'll say the game dev community consists of a lot of introverts, right? I don't think there's, let me rephrase, I haven't met a ton of extroverts in the game dev community, but streaming requires, oh, I just realized my dude's not talking. Hold on. Hang on. Why is this? All right. Now I'm talking. I don't know. It feels less personal when it's just, I don't know. Now I'm talking. All right. Streaming requires quite a bit of extroversion, right? So I'm not saying that there's a character here. There's not. It's a very like, you know, low energy, just putting out the vibes. You know, you guys have got a feel for this by now. I've done quite a few of these with you all. But it forces me to kind of like put my best foot forward in terms of like, it's not an escape, but you know, life's tough and there's so many more things to be worried about. I don't want game dev to be one of those things. So this is kind of like my space to try and like put positivity back into planet Earth. So I'm happy to be able to share that with all of you. I just want this to be a place where people can, at the end of the day, feel like they can be safe and they feel like they belong and have a small community. And just watch something cool. I want everyone in here, ideally, would be making a game. I want everyone to make games. It's not hard. It's requires, let me rephrase, it requires consistent work. And it can be challenging, but it's not like hard to make any game. You can get something up and running fairly quickly. No, GameMaker has a I don't use visual for GameMaker. I use they have a scripting language called GML, and I use GML to create my games. I don't use their visual scripting. I don't find it to be particularly good, to be honest with you. Yeah, the presents are cute. I don't know if I don't feel super inspired by them, to be blunt with you, but I don't hate them. I think they do their job fine. I wonder if do I need to make the smaller platform have like a smaller box top just for some variety? Like this needs to be moved up maybe half or something. Can you go into the homes? Not yet. Well, I guess technically you can. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I can just do 6. I think that looks nice, right? To proportionately make maybe the present lid needs to be smaller on the red box as well. Is that too big? I think that's too big, y'all. Let's do this. Let's save this. This need to go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I learned programming on a game editor. Now I've been a software engineer for that for 16 years. It's definitely worth getting into. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I love making games. I love the community. I like a lot of things about it. I don't like my bad habits over the years of that contrast to the advice I was just giving you about finishing things and starting small. You know, I want you to be better than me. I'm stubborn, but I'm not particularly good at coding. I'm a very slow learner. I'm extremely slow learner, but I never stop learning. That's the only thing that I really have is I'm just always willing to learn. I'm not afraid by new material. And I don't stop. I don't give up. I won't take no for an answer. So if there's something to learn, I will learn it eventually. I just need to set myself up for success with it, and I need to be persistent. I'm not particularly skilled at anything naturally, but I certainly work hard at it to be the best version of it that I can be. I like these presents. I'm cool with these moving on. I think I need some of the items that I already have. Oh, actually, we get to check stuff off. So let me check stuff off so I can feel good about myself. Ooh, there's a third present. That's right. Should it be like a yellow present for good contrast? Or a purple present? Or a blue present? Maybe a blue present. There's not a lot of blue on the screen. Let's do a poll. What color should the third present platform be? And this could be blue. Purple. Gold. Yeah, right. Persistence is the key. I think, yeah, well, the tortoise and the hare, right, is like the quintessential lesson for that. Patience and persistence. Like, momentum is so powerful. Forming habits is so powerful. Having a plan is so powerful. Stay organized. Oh, between blue and gold. Gold just squeaked ahead. We've got 6 votes and 7 concurrent watchers. So I'm gonna do gold. I'll give it just a little bit longer. Actually, I'm gonna do this the way I think it should be done. So I'm gonna have an extra fat platform here. I'm gonna give everybody what they want. I'm gonna make this stretch out across one more. I'm gonna put it in the middle. I'm gonna try 2 different things. Do this washed out blue. Blue and gold. That's too much. The only person. Well, you're definitely a math-oriented person. I think purple would look nice as well, with the complements of red and blue. But I will do this fairly. And you all can tell me no, never mind. I decided I'm not interested in a gold present. We'll do a gold bow and a blue base. I think that'll be nice. I'll make this present a little wider than most. SPR present platform 3. That's really cute. You like it? What you think about my platforms? Kind of funny. Looks just like the why are they the same height actually? I don't think I want them to be the same height, did I? Whatever, it's probably not important. I can just like whatever. It's fine like this for now. That's another good game dev skill that people don't talk about is like knowing when to say when. Saying good enough rather than like being a perfectionist and sticking around working on it forever. Especially because teams are so small, like I don't have the time to afford nitpicking on every single little pixel detail and ideas in the game, or else it'll never get done. Like, you can have the most amazing 10-minute experience of a demo, but unless the game's complete, like, it's not going to get the reviews. You're not going to be able to sell it. You're not going to be able to put it in people's hands and watch their face as they fall in love with their characters and, you know, play through to the end and all that stuff. How come I had something in my hands and it just like flew out of the way? It just disappeared completely. Oh, was it the... That was weird. It looked like... Oh, you know why? Because the key flew up and then disappeared because it's off screen. That makes sense. It's funny. Looks festive, right? I think it looks cute. Now... I think these homes look kind of festive enough. What I would like to do is... Do the windows look festive? Oh yeah, the larger lid. I didn't even realize. Yeah, blue's the chonky one. We'll leave it like that. I think that's nice. That's a good point. I didn't even notice. I almost wish, like... You know what might look nice? So, for the window... Where's the window? Here it is. The spare window. What if during the daylight it looked like this? And then what if at nighttime it had like... Oh, I don't think that'll work. Doesn't... The contrast's not right. I want it to look like it's glowing, right? That's too yellow. I could probably get away with it being that glowy. that blends too much. Like it would have to like, I guess that's technically what it would look like, but does that look like it's lit up, or does that look too, like, does that look like a homey lit up interior? A glow outline. Let's play. Let's see. What? The frame is 1. Wait, did I change the window icon? Oops. I was wondering why the origin shifted that way. Yeah, I see what you mean. Like you'd have to like box in. They'd be like little squares. I don't think that's wrong. I just wonder if it would take away from, what in the world? How come? Oh, there it is. I think it's like the color values aren't right. Why did that change back to that color? Oh. Sprite dot index equals image index. Nope, still didn't do it. But I think if I'm looking for like homey vibes, it's like those glowing windowsills, and then let's be real, I gotta add some Christmas lights around the outside too, so. Yeah, are you talking about like, let's do a third option here. Has a dark contrasting outline. Yeah, I think that's the thought process of why I made this inner color darker. But I think in order to do that, I would need to do like, and you can tell me if this is what you mean, is like, it needs like a contrasting border on the outside too. What's hard about this style is like, it's so chonky that you'd have to like, for it to look right, you would need it to be like lit up like this. But it does look like it's lit up. I think that might be better than what I had. Yep. That was a good call. I'm not too proud. Let's do that. You like it? I'm glad. Wait, what? I thought I changed. Oh, building window and window are different. Weird, why? Maybe because I forgot to do one? Oops. Sprite.index equals image index. I could even change the... Yeah, that looks like it's lit up a little bit. I know it's in the background, but it does give me like a warmer glow than what it was. I think that's okay. Looks like there might be bacon pies on the inside. That's cool. Hey, old man, happy holidays. All right, this works for me. I'm feeling festive. Let's take a look at our checklist and see where we're at. We did present 3. We need a snowman. I have 2 more platforms, but we might not need them because that was just left over from like when I was planning out before we did the presents. I think it might have to be brighter in the paint part, more glow. There is a dark screen over it. So part of the issue that I call it an issue, but it's more like a design decision. See how this is all bright right now? Because everything is bright, do you see how all of these elements are competing for your attention? There's no clear hierarchy of what can be interacted with, what can't be, what's in the foreground, what's in the background, and especially because you're going to be building stuff and just stacking stuff on top of each other, I still want there to be a cohesive flow, especially like look at the background. The background's pretty saturated. Like it's hard to tell where the background is, where the foreground is, what's important, what's not important. So what I do is I add tint layers in between the different things here. And that's what you're seeing is the window is not important. You cannot interact with it. It's not supposed to be looking like it's popping out because you're not supposed to interact with it. Same thing with the roof and the chimney. The door you can interact with is why it's kind of in the foreground, just up front. The platforms, I'm still not convinced like the presents need to be as lit up as they are, but I'm messing with it for now. But the other elements you can tell stand out on that dark background. You can tell, like, look how nice these capsules look. The coin should be lit up more. The box is lit up so you could tell like, oh, I can sit on that because it pops out from the background. So I don't want to lose track of those visual cues by lighting up the window too much. It might need an effect, but I still want it to be like obey the laws of the design for the depth. So, hey Grennan, how's it going? Nice to see you. We are getting this ready to be playable for a demo. Hopefully around Christmas time would be super great. Or like a mini game, just like a glimpse into the world. All right, so let's talk about this for a minute. Oh, a tree, of course. You know, one thing that we need to is how we'll be able to get new items. Check this out. Check it out. Look, we've already got a holiday capsule machine. So, of course, it will give Christmas items. I'm glad you're doing well. How long have you been working on this project, Mr. Streamer? Years and years and years and years. It's gone through many different changes and all sorts of... You have to go to school tomorrow. Go to bed, bye. All right, well, thank you for joining him. Hopefully you'll see more tomorrow or another day. I don't know when I'm streaming next. Sorry for the bad habits. But it's great to see you. Thanks for stopping in, and we will talk to you soon. This game for a long time suffered an identity crisis. At one point it was a mobile game. At one point it was mouse controls only and there wasn't a main character. There was just a cursor on the screen. It was a vector art game. It's been a pixel art game. It's gone through 3 or 4 different graphical styles, you know, like it's only until recently I realized, like, I had this epiphany of what I wanted this game to be. So just a few weeks, this version of it, but this game's been like a major project of mine for several years now. For me, the tint makes the item look further into the background. Yeah, that's the point. Absolutely. I'm not convinced that the door just being brighter because it feels out of place with the house. No, you're correct. I don't think the effect here is done because even though, yeah, you can interact with it, I think things that you can interact with should look like they're in the foreground or at least on the same layer as the player. But this that I'm looking at right here makes the door look disconnected and independent from the house. That being said, because the nature of this game, you can move the door. I almost feel like it should be disjointed. Like, nothing's stopping you from putting a door on nothing and just having like a door in space, right? I don't know if the door is like, this looks fine to me. Like, let me move this door like way over here. Actually, let me bring this door with me and then I'll move it to show you what I mean. Oh no, my battery is low. Why? I just changed the batteries in it. That's weird. I have to play with it. Physics, you read my mind. You know where I was going with it. As soon as I moved the present, I was like, oh, we'll worry about this later. Like, one of the platforms has to be wide enough to be entered, right? Like, yes, you can absolutely go into it and go into some kind of present world, sure. Okay, so what I was saying is, like, if this were a platforming game, this just looks like the end of a level door, right? Kind of, the doors don't lead to anywhere. You can open it and go through it, and it's just like goes to another part of the stage. You have that like suspension of disbelief. It looks fine here because, you know, the turnip is in the foreground and it's a platform, and the door is in the foreground because it's an interactable object. But you have this house piece here, and it almost looks like the door is disjointed from the house. I could desaturate the part that you can't stand on. But then would it look like for instance, the turnip, the present, you can do that really easily with. What does that look like for the turnip here? There's that has that the white outline on the top, but should the rest of the turnip be desaturated? And then maybe the green tuft on top? It's hard because depending on the design, it doesn't have a clear, like, this is a block platform and then the rest of it's just background, right? And then, you know, like this bridge you can step on, so should that be in the foreground? But then it's connecting two background objects together the way I've laid them out here, you know. So there's just a lot to consider. We'll figure it out, but that's more fine-tuning, right? That's for another day to solve. What I need to solve right now is this present doesn't fit my door. And yes, I need a present dimension. Paper Mario? Well, Paper Mario is different. It's in 3D, so you know, it's in the background because it's in the background. All right, let's move this present. I don't know what I was thinking. Why you got such little presents, dude? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's only 3. I think I started making this smaller platform. I don't know. I'm not making excuses. It's just, we had talked about this on stream that every time we make a platform, like at least one of them has to be big enough to like make into a home, right? Also, the ribbon on here is awfully small. Maybe we take the opportunity to make that looks weird when it's this way. If there's different dimensions, does that mean you have a floating door like you showed me? Go into the background dimension. Yeah, so people can place doors anywhere. Like, I don't want to ever tell people how to create. because however you build a house, it's like Lego. It's like just because there's a banana piece doesn't mean it always has to be a banana. Because if people have like, you know, a banana along the railing of a mansion, they can make the bananas look like parts of the railing without being, oh, that's a banana, right? You can use the pieces creatively to make new things. So I don't want to be too prescriptive on how people should be building a house. So you'll be able to place doors anywhere you want. You could place it on a stump. You could place it in thin air. You could put it against the siding of a house. And as you'll see, you could put it against a turnip. And as you'll see in just a moment, you could put it against this present. That's not to say there won't be different things that will happen when you put the door in cool places. So what I was thinking, I don't know if this will even make it into this version of the demo, but the original goal, oops, this needs to be brought out. Perfect. Okay. The original goal was if you put the door against a house, the very first time you enter that house, it'll be themed like through that door, it'll be themed like it's an interior of a house. If there's a wall, like a rocky wall, and you put the door in front of the rocky wall, the very first time you enter that door, it'll look like the inside of a cave. If you put it against a stump, the very first time after laying it down, the very first time I enter this door, I want the background to look like the inside of a tree. So that way, thematically, it would make sense. And an important theme that I haven't really done much design with in the game so far is everything's dependent on its surroundings, on how you design. So I want people to have the flexibility of putting the doors in different places and it feeling like a tree. If you put a door on a tree, I want you to feel like you're walking into a tree, right? So I want people to experiment with placing the same thing different places and seeing how it changes the functionality or the aesthetics of the different design elements around it. Yeah. Okay, so like for instance, maybe we do. Look at this snowy present place. A floating door could be backrooms themed. Absolutely. Now you're getting the hang of it. Yep, just a space into nothing, right? The first time you enter the presence, maybe that's where the Christmas capsule machine is, just in a room inside of the present. But I'll tell you what, it's certainly fun to build things. Like, I'm having a really good time building things. Even just like if I get lost on a rant like I'm doing right now, as I'm just talking and like actually opening things and building, like it's a lot of fun. And it's making me feel really proud that like I can make something and it's just fun to play out of the box. I'm not doing this because I have to. I'm doing it just generally because I like doing it. This would be a game that I would just play anyways. So having the power to like make your own entertainment, I think, is really powerful. Super fun. It's certainly looking very wintry, right? Just after adding a couple things, a couple items, a winter effect, and some snow on the tree here. That's nice. Makes me think that it's not going to be so crazy like making more things. Okay. We have. I'm gonna do a scumbaggy thing. I'm gonna put Mary. I'm gonna say Mary capsule machine. capsule machine. That's done. I'm gonna add something so I can check it off. That makes me feel nice. No shame in my game. I need a tree. I did the Merry tree. You know what I'm gonna do, because we need to, is let's find a way to add. Oh, it's only 10:20. We're way ahead. This is great. All right, let's talk ornaments. I think doing the ornaments, honestly, will just be a matter of, like, do I need to make them, like, comically large? Maybe not. I do want to have them. Do I just sprinkle them around? Kind of feel like I need to place them symmetrically, or, like, you know what I mean, like in a pattern this way. Let's see. And then I think I need to I think they're definitely like shiny baubles, right? It's a smiley face. It does look like a smiley face. I like it when we can see faces and things. I think it makes them charming. It does. It look. You know what it looks like? It looks like one of those old popsicles with the goofy eyes. That's what it reminds me of. Hey, Featherfetcher. Oh, that's super flattering. Absolutely goated stream to come across. Stop. You're gonna make me blush. It's going good. We're just out here making some Vidya games. This is called Levelmancer. This has been my pet project for quite some time now, but we've made some really killer progress on it. I find that streaming has helped my discipline like 100-fold. So we've been streaming almost every night, or close to, as much as I can. And I'm just loving how this is turning out so far. Sometimes it feels good to like be your own #1 fan when you make a game. You know, I'm just gonna, should I add how does this even look if I were to like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Well, no, that makes it look not good. All right, so then with the tree, first I'm going to import this. What if the ornaments had a little gold pixel on top? I think we can do that. Or even just like a darker color. You can tell me. Yeah, maybe. So what I was gonna do, I think, was not like that, like this. But I think let me shut up and just do it for a second and see if I don't have a preference. Do you feel strongly one way or the other about it? What looks better? Do I need the topper or just complete random? It does make them look like more like ornaments rather than like berries on the tree, I guess, right? I don't know if I have a preference there. They look better without the top. I don't know if I have a preference, to be honest with you. I think without them, I'm gonna leave them out, and I'll tell you why. It's because like I think it's kind of cool if they look. I'll say the word organic, but like I kind of like that they look like natural berries. I think it looks fine with like if everyone was like, oh, I prefer it with I'd be like, okay, like I don't know if I have a preference. They look fine either way, but I do like how this makes it look like. You do see the scary face in there though. I'm gonna leave it. You can have a scary face in there, like the two eyes, the nose, and this little like bearded mouth, like he's got ornaments in his beard. Oh yeah, no, see I see the eyes and nose, but see this little like the tree mark in here with the tree leaves, that looks like it's smile, and then the rest of this looks like it's beard. And then it looks like it has like jewels in its beard to me. I'm gonna leave it. That's funny. Ooh. I'm gonna say sprite.index equals choose 0 or 1. And then that way it'll just be a random. Ooh, his teeth. That's good. Wait, what? Why? Sprite's not a thing? Alright, then I'll say image index. Yeah, we're getting there. Look, we've got one with and one without. It's nice to have some variety. That one doesn't have it either. Pretty cool. I mean, it's coming along. It's looking really good, and it feels really good. I just need to add like some sort of game loop, right? If there's a mini game for this version, for this Christmas version of it, like I need to do that now, because I think I have enough base elements to just fill out this level. I think I need more level elements, but that'll be for another stream. But that works. Okay. All right, so we've got the Merry Tree is done now. We need to do the snowman. I'm going to save that for last. We need one more item to be able to pick up and throw, though. A Christmassy item. I've got a candy cane. What's the floating chimney smoke to the right? I probably move the chimney, and that's the smoke effect is just in world space. I need to connect it to the chimney. So if I move the chimney out of the way, the smoke will be coming out of there. What other collectible item? So I have a candy cane. What other like item? I guess I have a snowball also. Did I put the snowball as a second item? I should have. Snowball, yeah, 3 items. Candy cane, snowball, and what else should I pick up and throw as a Christmas item? Christmas items. Could do a stocking. Oh, a wreath would be pretty cool for the doors. A little gift box? Yeah, I could do like a little handheld one. That might work. A little gingerbread man, a candle. Yeah, stockings. Or even just, yeah, maybe a handheld ornament too. And we just pick up and chucking ornaments at people. Let's see what this does. What can you throw on Christmas? Sounds like a joke. Confetti, wrapping paper, holly. Yeah, those are all good. Coal. That might be fun to throw coal at snowmen. That might be boring to Sprite though. A snow globe, that'd be cute too. A present. I think we said present. All good ideas. Monkey Cheese, you got a knack for game feel what works. I really like this art. Side note, I think this is all really nice. I love it. It almost looks like a hand-drawn version of the game I'm making. Big flat colors with just bold strokes. I need to add Christmas lights. Let's do that first, and I can think about what I want to do after that. So I have a wall here, and the lights. Can you catch snowflakes on your tongue? Snowflakes would be cool. I should have like kind of like Animal Crossing, where like a special snowflake comes down and you gotta grab it before it touches the ground. That might be cool, right? To like catch the snowflakes before they touch the ground. If they touch the ground, that's something that we can't do in like an Animal Crossing game, because there's no like verticality to the game in that way. All right, let's do a Christmas light. I want them to be big enough, be interesting. Like they're like, I think I need them bigger than that though. If you catch it with your mouth. I don't know if I have it in me to make another character frame to like have him grab it with his face. Only because I'm going to be animating these in a way where you could swap out their hairs and nose and eyes and mouth, so you can create your own characters. That will not be anytime soon, but it will be eventually, that's for sure. I think I like this as a size. Do I need them like... Then to have an interior too, like this. No, they don't. No. I think they could use that little like light though that we talked about before, right? The little piece above it. I don't know. Does it need a little... I think maybe it needs something on the inside too. Do I make them like... That looks wrong. That looks wrong too. That looks like a balloon. I think I gotta do them like classic shaped. That's not right. I think this is what I'm gonna have to do with them. 1, 2, 3, 4. They should stretch out across 4 also then. Or should I do them in like 2s, and then that way we can double them up however we want? Let's try doing a 2. One, 2. 2, 3. I don't like that all of these are the same height. I guess these ones would have to move up. Green, red. SPR marylights.png. Environment. Decor. Kind of like, let's see where it puts it in game. It's a decoration, but yeah, that's what I thought it would like. It pushes it behind. They look kind of good though. You just need to, the depth should be on the bottom of them. Like they should appear over the door, right? It's pretty cute. You can always move them wherever you want. This is what I was talking about. Like, I love, oh, that's so cool. I love the ability of like, oh, I want them, you know, on the rooftop rather than like hanging off the bottom of the door. You can just really customize it however you want. Or like, oh, I want my treehouse to be festive. Like, even just having one side looks nice. I like that it's separated out into two. It's pretty funny. I can dig it. Now, here's another thing that I think I need to do with these. They need to be blinking. Maybe they need to be darker, not lighter. maybe we do hmm. Like, is that cool to like make them, oops, like blink? Because that's kind of like the whole point, right? Point one. Does that work off the bat? Oh yeah, it does. I think they all need to be lit up more. Like maybe one needs to go out rather than trickle. But I think that's cool. I'm cool with that, doing it that way. Or maybe we have just 2 frames. It's kind of cool. They don't look as vibrant though when 2 of them are off at a time like that. Does look fine though. I'm gonna try this one instead. I'm gonna have only one out at a time. Yellow's out, red's out, and then we'll do one more where green is out. In fact, it doesn't need to be that dark. We can roll with that. I don't think that's that bad. I do like how the lights are lit up and animated. I think that adds a lot to it. Nice. I'm cool with that. I'm gonna call this next part then. Maybe we'll just add another. Mary. I'm gonna call this Mary Lights. And this is gonna be a decor. That's done. For the extra item, I don't know what to do. So I won't for now. All right. Let's do a snowman because we got to. We'll have. So the style that I have going on right now is pretty like wide and chunky. We're going to roll with that for a moment and see what that does for our snowmen. This even might be too big. Over, over, down, down. I'll do like this is the base. In. And then I'll put the divider right in the middle. In. It's way too tall. Someone's as big as a house. No, thank you. So I want to 1, 2. Small, small. Oh. You know what? I already have a snowman done somewhere. And I remember he wasn't fantastic, but I didn't hate him. Where is that old man? The Michelin Man. Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like right now. Not on here, I guess. Level mats are tiles. I like all these frog people. I can't wait to add those back. Lizards, frogs, dinosaurs. Those were so much fun. Maybe it's on archive. This one? Yeah, here he is. Hey, yeah, he looks good. That's right, I didn't do a middle section on him. Yeah, let's take this guy and fix him up. I'm cool with him. He seems okay to me. Yeah, look how nice that is. Okay, before I do that, let's put him in his own spreadsheet. Spreadsheet, oh my god. Such a nerd. No, I can't do that method. Let's actually maybe I can. Let's take this. Let's delete all the black pixels off him. Add his hat back. Look, the carrots plague me. The carrot doesn't look good, and I realize that now. He's got to be giving a thumbs up, right? Like, the stick has to be a thumbs up stick. Snowman randomly tosses one. Yeah, that'd be fun to do like a mischievous, like whenever your back is turned to him and you just wait, like he'll chuck a snowball at you. Get that abomination out of here. I don't know what I was thinking. Does he still fit the style? Like, does the hat work? Something's just a little south on this. Does it need to like... Does that need to bend down? I think it, yeah, maybe. I think it's kind of cool when it curves up like that a little bit. And then does this need to like come out 1 and 2, just to like make it a little bit less organic? I would say yes. I would say no. I hate this carrot. Let's see if we can make this a little bit better somewhere else. Do I... Oh, that's hard. I think I don't know if I like the curving more, just the straight lines. I can't tell exactly why this is bothering me, but it is. I don't like his nose at all. That's better. Do I just add 1 of these rings? Is that all it was? There's just too much detail on his nose. I mean, that's not bad, right? Here it looks good. Do you like the left snowman carrot nose or the right snowman carrot nose? Does this need to come down? Does he need to have like a... I don't know how else to describe it. I call it an Adventure Time face, but it's like where the eyes come down and spread farther apart. I think for this it makes sense. The original didn't throw you off. That's good. I'm gonna keep this just because that's where I'm at mentally right now. Okay, let's get this guy in our game, because I'm a fan so far. SPR Snowman. You like the shape of the carrot on the right? I think that's the one I used, so I'll take it. Snowman. And I'm hoping that I've set up all my code in a way that will make all of this incredibly easy to do. Character, snowman, snowman. Oop. OBJ, level, mancer, carrot. No, wait, what? Snowman. And I'm looking to inherit it to level, mancer, character. Feather Fletcher, thanks so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the kind words. Hopefully you're able to chill and unwind and just bask in the positive vibes. I appreciate it. Hopefully I try and stream every night, so if you can catch it in the future, I'd love to have you. Come watch us build this game, and I hope you considering making games of your own, because it's fun. I like how I have a plant layer with no plants on it. I'm gonna get rid of all these little red flowers for now. Put that right here. Let's add the snowman. Let's add a couple of them. They should just like bounce around. Typically not a huge live stream watcher, but if I have the time to see you live. Oh, that's really nice. Thanks so much. That's really flattering, actually. I appreciate that. We're just here hanging out, having some good times, building a game and having some fun. This is cool. All right, so they just like kind of, I can pick them up and chuck them. I mean, they're all right. You're just kind of like whatever right now. It certainly looks way like a Christmas level, though. I bought Unity Dev Course because it was on Humble Bundle, but since I've loved what I've seen about Godot, Godot's very good. But I want to finish the Unity course once I paid for it. Yeah, sure. They do jump too much. You're right. They actually have the frog and animal logic on them. Since they're snowmen, they shouldn't be jumping at all, really, right? They should have kind of like, I don't know, what should they do? Should they walk? Should they just kind of like turn around? Should they look left and right? Like, what's the behaviors that the snowmen should have? Should they just kind of like do the little squash once in a while to show that they're alive? Like a waddle. Yeah, it is too much. I agree with you. You know, one thing that I really want to do, because it just seems like it would be really funny to do to them. I feel so bad now that I'm thinking about it, but hold on. Oh, this is gonna be so sad. This is where my brain goes with this kind of stuff. Oh man, this is not okay. You like the jump, yeah. It's cute. But I think it is too frequent. Oh, you know what might be fun? Well, I'll do that in a bit. Hold on. Let's do effect, drop create, X, B-box top, SPR, snowman, hat. The speed can be 2. The direction is random range between 45 and 135. All right, we got snowmen. Right? Check this out. He did nothing. Okay, hang on. Right dot index on impact. game end. Let's see if on impact is being called correctly. It's not. So when is on impact being called? So it did hit. Oh. I see. So rather than other impact, I would also call on impact here. No. It's weird, wasn't on impact being called. Show debug message on impact. Object get name, object index. And the snowman. What if I just sprite.index? I think that's what I gotta do. Is the snowman? Oh my god, all that. Look at that. You could throw stuff at the snowmen, and their hat falls off and they get sad about it. I love it. Just pick on snowmen. Yeah, I think that's where I'm going with this, is the item that, remember, that I was looking for. I was like, oh, they need an item. I kind of want to have like maybe the item that you get is a hat. And if you don't put the hat back on them. Yeah, they do look sad and bald, don't they? Let's do this. This is kind of funny. So for the items, item instance create X box top items dot snowman hat. They should follow you around slowly with their little jumps until they get in your hat. Yeah, they're like, help me. Help me. Feel bad about what you've done. Please feel bad. It's actually really funny. And then, like, if they don't hit the time limit, they'll just go, and they'll turn back into snow. That's a fun game loop. I like. So let's do I'm glad we discovered that here together. Hat.toss. The speed is 3. ID 3. By random range 45 and 35. There, look, now you could like pick up their hat. How about if the hat touches them again? On impact. Oh, wait, hold on. If sprite.index equals 1, sprite.squish, sprite.index equals 0, I instance destroy ID, the hat. I think that's fine. Let's see what this does. So the hat should come off. And now, no, that's not working. Oh, wait. No, that's right. Return. His was doing both conditions. And so the hat fell off his head. Hey, he got it back. Look at that. We can give him back his hat. Oh, wait, what? On impact. Oh, I need to feed that in. On impact. ID. We're gonna add one more layer to it. I'm just gonna make sure there's no bugs here. Which there is still. Snowman crate lane 0 if id dot object index. It's in the snowman crate. On impact, the snowball has a on impact. It is Snowman's Revenge. I don't know why it's freaking out that way. One thing, oh, you know, I see. I think I know. So the on impact stuff. If instance exists other. Maybe this is it. Yeah, that was it. Look, they both lose a hat. Damn, they're delicate. It's funny watching them get their hat, the way they bounce together. Go over there. It's safe over there. Nice, okay. The issue though is, I think when you had, there's a scenario, I forgot what it was, where he has a hat and you throw a hat at him. Oh, what was it? It was the slime. They were like not reacting to things. Was it when a snowball hits him? When he's got a hat on, maybe? Let's wait for some more snow to appear. Yeah, see, when a snowball hits him, target equals other.id. Else on impact, nothing. No one. Or maybe no, that's not right. It'd be this. Yeah. Okay. I'm happy with this for now. The last thing I would do is snow snow mound. We got this. Oh, can I hit? What the heck? Can I hit the snow? I messed that up. No, I don't want to pull it up. These don't really look like hats to me if I were just to see them out of context. Okay, so pull entity hit return false. I'm going to borrow this and say it equals function if instance dot object index equals obj snowman hat return true or else return false on impact equals function instance. So snowman hat is the only thing that can hurt it. I'm going to do instance create depth x y depth obj snowman instance destroy. Var snowman equals the two part of the hat seems like kind of thin. That's what stood out to me. Yeah, and I think it's a stylized choice on the snowman. This part, it is thin, and I think it looks nice when it's on the snowman's head, but as an item, I don't think it works. To your point, I think it is too thin. So I'll probably thicken that up a little bit. All right, so if I have a hat here and I hit, look at that. If I hit a snow pile with it, it turns into a snowman. I need to get rid of the hats too. Check this out. Okay, so if I have a snowman here, all right, I have some snow here, right? You just pick it up, turns into a snowball, just kind of gets destroyed. But if I take like a slime or an item and I knock off that snowman's hat, or another snowball, I guess, and I take his hat and I throw it at the snow, it creates a new snowman. So then if I take that, knocks off his hat, throw it on some snow, makes a new snowman. Process repeat. But wait, where did those hats go? Oh, I'm still borrowing the same hat because I started with one hat, so that's all I really get, right? Yeah, so I'm making a bunch of unhappy snowmen because there's only one hat. But I think that's a fun way of like spawning snowman, right? Throwing a magic hat onto a pile of snow makes a snowman with a hat. It's pretty funny. I can dig it. Let's make the hat a little bit better. So would probably want it. Do we want it going straight across? Does it make sense that it curves up? I think given the style, doesn't really make sense. Do I just want it like this? It's kind of boring, but I mean, it looks like most like a hat, I think, right? Yeah. I think that's probably right. When in doubt, make it fatter. Yeah, it looks way better. Do I want to make it taller? I like it taller. All right. Do I want to cut off the edges and make it a little rounder up top? I kind of like it squared off. Is this an interesting hat though? It's got the corners. Kind of like that. That adds a little bit of interest to it, even though it's technically not right for the top hat. You can tell me what you think. Around the not the tube edges. Okay, yeah, that's good. That's a good middle ground here. I find whenever I'm not sure why things don't look good, to your point, is when things are too skinny. It doesn't fit this game well. It needs to be like confident and just big. It needs to have like a really unique, needs to be fat and squished. What's up, Yoshi? Yosh? How's it going? Yeah, the thicker hats make them seem like way friendlier too. I almost think I need to like make them whiter. Yeah, blocky. I think it's not meant to be a bad thing though, right? It's just the style is very like broad and yeah, square. Like the color bands are really wide. The snow. It's a I don't know if you're familiar with GameMaker, but it's just a standard windblown particle effect. I just added it as a layer. I removed the trails, then I gave it a sprite of just like a 4x4 white pixel, and it kind of did its thing. Just default settings in GameMaker. I really didn't do anything special. No shaders or anything. Actually, I think there are shaders behind the scenes, but I didn't create a new shader resource to do that. Yeah, I think it looks good too. Just pleased with the way it came out. Where'd my hat go? Oh, here it is. So now I could just create snowmen, which is pretty cool. I mean, we've made some really good progress tonight. Really love the theme. Reminds me of like Scribble Knots or something. I'll take it. I love Scribble Knots. I think Scribble Knots was super fun for a very short amount of time, but I feel like it had like a ton of potential. I think I would like to avoid being as gimmicky as Scribble Knots was. But I do love the creative sandbox open nature of Scribble Knots. That's for dang sure. What a cool and creative game that was. Yeah, I like the rounded corners as well. Things like these houses in the back, like these the strokes of everything, like keep it looking from too just boring and simple. But I like the thick lines with the just broad strokes of color. I think make it look nice. I also think it's interesting with like the snow, how it has these like patterns that are just very geometric and consistent and symmetrical. I think that's really pleasing in a style like this. Boom. Nice. I really just am really pleased with how this came out tonight. I think the lights are fun. I love the Christmas tree capsule machine. I love the snowman hat mechanic. That'd be so fun. Like, y'all were watching this stream clearly, so you know what's going on. But like, what if you just got a magic hat out of the vending machine? It just comes out, and you're like, oh, it's just a hat. But then if you see a pile of snow, I want to create interactions like that. Like, what a surprise and delight that would be. What are those blocks that the snow is on top of anyways? It's just supposed to be a platform of snow. Like, this is just like a snow block. You can, in the game, you can edit things where you can just like place level elements anywhere that you want. In this case, I've just put them, like, you can put them in the ground so the snow can grow on the ground. But in this case, I chose to expose them a little bit. Yeah, just let the player figure it out. It's a big sandbox adventure, so I think a lot of the magic is just, you know, pile of snow, hat, boom, and then you get a snowman. That'd be so fun. I don't know if I want to pick up the snowmen though. I think I'll have them say, oh, no. Yosh, don't feel bad. That's totally natural. I don't have an issue with it. Some devs get really bent out of shape about it. I'm not one of those devs. I don't really care. I think people draw on familiar experiences to compare something. And I think we all like games of different kinds. I think every game has something to learn from. Cool features, bad features, a lesson. You know, games, even besides face value, have a lot of impact on people. So I think people draw on, you know, oh, this reminds me of when I did this in this game and went on that adventure. I think that's perfectly natural. Yeah, the hit effect is pretty fun. A very cartoony game. Okay, so we've got these snowmen. What was I doing? I don't recall. For now, I'm gonna check off the snowman. Oh, I do remember what I was gonna do. I'm gonna do one last snowman thing, and then I'm gonna hit the hay for tonight. And that is interact equals function ID. Not making them immovable. Well, yeah, making so I can't pick up. But if sprite.index equals 0, say GameMaker is free. Yeah, GameMaker is free. Absolutely. I love GameMaker. I'll always be a huge advocate. I think that if you're making a game in 2D, you should be using GameMaker. If you're making a game in 3D, you should not be using GameMaker. I think that's the first question when deciding what engine to use. I give a lot of credit to Godot as well. Godot's great. If somebody says, I'm making my 2D game in Godot, great, good for you. I think that's fantastic. I think the engine's really good. But porting is an issue. So if you ever want your game to come out on consoles, you're gonna be jumping through way more hoops with Godot than with GameMaker. I think it'd be much easier and important to play with my pixel art in this rather than pure C. Yeah, that's, I don't know. You can do it however you'd like. I think that's way overkill. You want to do the simplest thing to get your game playable, period. Wow, thanks for bringing me to life. There's so many things I want to experience. And just like that, my zest for life has disappeared. That's funny. Wow, thanks for bringing me to life. There's so many things I want to experience. And just like that, my zest for life has disappeared. Oh, really? Should I be talking about it? I love spreading the good word of GameMaker to people. So if telling everybody that it's free every stream whenever we're talking about it means that more people get on it, then yes, I would like to talk about that a lot more. Yeah, if you're a coder and stuff like that, if you're like really serious about hardcore coding and, you know, eventually you'd want to if you want to work for AAA companies and make big expansive games, then maybe GameMaker's not the right choice. Check this out. This is cool. I'm about it. I hate debugging, yeah. Less code the better. I do want to do that, but I also want to have a little fun projects to work on, like you're doing, that require less logic and more focus on art and gameplay. Yeah, GameMaker is great for very quick iteration. So if you're looking to quickly make games and iterate on those and have lots of varieties really quickly and learn the ins and outs of game devs as soon as possible, highly recommend GameMaker. Highly, highly, highly. Super cool. Well, I think we finished our workload for the night. I'm open to adding one more item. I just don't know what we might want that to be. Should we do like Christmas cookies? It might be too hard to spread a cookie, but I think that's fitting. Just like a chocolate chip cookie. How does version control work in GameMaker? It doesn't. I'll actually show you. Thanks for reminding me because I got to save my work. There is a version control thing. As I hear, it's not good and or nobody uses it. I just use Git and I just toss my project file in a folder, and then for here I'm gonna say added Mary decoration set, and I just commit to main. And you know if you should be familiar with Git if you aren't, so that's how I control it. There is a native version control thing, I believe, but I also believe nobody uses it. I don't think it's that great, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Let's it's just I won't save that in there. Access to Git? No, Git's free. You can use it for any of your projects. If you're looking to do programming and coding, I suggest getting very familiar with it. It's completely free. I use a desktop app for it. Some people like using command line, but I use Git desktop, and because I'm not so much of a code person, I'm more of a visual learner and doer, so I like this, and this is easy for me to understand. Is there Git pushing built into GameMaker? I don't know. Yeah, and this is it. There might be. As I hear, it's not great, so I just have avoided it, to be honest. No, that wasn't still GameMaker. That was Git desktop. We did quite a lot. I'm actually really impressed we got everything done. I didn't think that would be a one-day thing, which means we have a lot of time to make gameplay elements and different things quite a lot better. Look at this. We did so many platforms. That's so cool. We did a snow block and snowballs. We did snowmen, Christmas lights. I'm really proud with the way that turned out. Woohoo! Anyways, I'm gonna call it a stream here. Thanks to all the new faces for coming in, saying what's up, seeing what Level Mancer is all about. Hopefully you had a little bit of fun. If you're interested in making games, I highly suggest GameMaker. You can go to GameMaker.io to get started. It's completely free. You can export to web using HTML or Windows, I think, for completely free. You can eventually export to Nintendo Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, a variety of other things. Take a look at the website and see what they have to offer. But I'm trying to stream this development of Level Mancer because I'm at a point in my life where I just need to get it out there. I need people to play it. I want to build a complete game with it. I think it has a lot of potential, and I just want to share my love for making games with everybody. So if you had any kind of fun, subscribe, come back another day. I'm trying to stream every night. Tell a friend. Let's build a community. Let's make some games. Let's have some fun. And maybe we'll do one of these streams where I can walk you guys through like how GameMaker works. Start with here's what it looks like with a new project. Here's how I would make a project. So if you're interested in those kinds of videos or streams, let me know. Be happy to do that as well. Until then, thanks so much for watching.